A few days on since my first kind of impressions of this, and well, to be honest, it's only got better. Let's not knock my coffee over, nor let's spill it, because that was a freebie from Spartown Coffee. Shout out. So yeah, man. So when I first set it up, and you saw my last reaction video and everything, like I said, I hadn't changed any of the settings. I just turned it on, and it. I mean, I downloaded Windows Mixed Reality, which DCS said that you need, which I'm not entirely sure if you need that anymore, because I'm using OpenXR now, and I'm forcing it natively through the exe file, and I deleted that Windows Mixed Reality thing. So. And it looks like Windows are no longer supporting it long term anyway, but it's still working. I don't know if that was the right thing to do. Not finding too many people with Beyonds playing DCS at all, really. So, I mean, I know in Europe they've just started shipping them this last week. That's why I got mine on Monday, gone this week. It's now Saturday, so I know Europe's starting to get them, so you're probably going to see a lot more videos coming out of people. So I'm hoping I see a few flight simmers with this, really to dial in the settings, because I don't... Man, it's a minefield when it comes to settings. Like the number of different videos I've watched of VR guys with settings, and everybody's different. Everybody's playing with different settings, and it's just... Yeah, it's an absolute minefield. So what I've got here, I've been tweaking it throughout the week, and I'm now holding around the 75 frames. Now I'm using DLSS. I've got a 4090. I'm using a 50. What's my processor? 5950X CPU. So not the fastest, but was good a couple of years ago. I think the 5800 X3D, which I'm considering getting, because that'll give an extra 10 frames, excuse me. So that's tempting. Anyway, so 5950X, 4090 Founders, and this is kind of what I'm running at to give me 75 frames consistently. I prefer DLAA and turning DLS off, but I can't get 40 frames. It still looks fine, and there's a bit of judder in there, and I don't know, again, I'm so new to this, I'm so new to VR, so I don't know what's frames, what's judder and VR, and is that just something you just kind of have to accept? I'm still kind of learning a lot of it, but these are pretty much what I'm rocking, and everybody's settings. Every time I watch a VR, for a start, everybody's got a different VR headset, from Crystal to Oculus 3 and Pro, and everyone's got a different setup and rig, so I get that, but it's, man, they're just wild. The settings everyone's using, it just seems to be wild. Yeah, man, so I've got my peripherals all in now, so that's all nice. It's really basic. I've not mapped any of the buttons, and I've really not got into it properly. I've just been this week I've just been, okay, get everything set up, get everything working, tweak the settings, try and get my frame rates, and then I'll begin that long journey of learning aircraft and everything else, which is gonna take a while. Now, the first thing I will say, if you notice, compared to my first video, is look at my seating position. So my first one, I was like, I can't even do it how far away I was. I was in the seat, like I was seat, you know, and I was a mile away. And even though I was a mile away, I could still read the altitude a mile away. And that's how I was setting everything up. And then I was trying to figure out how to move the camera forward, because I knew I wasn't in the right position. I even said it in that first video that I did, but I hadn't done anything. And I was trying to figure out how to move the camera forward and get it right. And what it came down to is I set up the Beyond wrong. It gave you two options. You can set the Beyond up with the base stations as a room environment, or you can, or standing. So I stood up and put it on, and then put the thing on the desk and measured it, and that was it, and it set me a mile back. I just so happened yesterday or the day before to just sit there, because the screen was completely screwed. I don't know if I'd knocked the base station, but it was all out. Everything was out. So I basically ran the setup again, but I sat in the seat this time, forgetting to stand up. And when I turn this on, it's like, it's got even better, if that's possible, from the first video. Like, I'm right here now. Like, there is no concern on being able to read anything. Everything is clear as day on this headset. I've been tweaking the settings, and my kind of go-to on the aliasing is the Harrier. I've stayed in kind of the Harrier to kind of dial in the settings, because I've just, for whatever reason, I just kept playing this scenario. So I know what to look for in this jet. And really, the sign is the landing gear on the Harrier, how the anti-aliasing is processing that. So I'm using, I think, DLSS on quality right now, and that gives me a good landing gear knob. Compared to DLAA, it's the best by far, but the frames take such a hit. With DLSS OpenXR, I don't know if OpenXR is being captured. Hold on. Yeah, I can't play turbo mode with DLSS. It crashes straight away. DLLA I can, but I don't get the 10-20 frames extra that other people seem to be getting, so I don't know what that's about. Obviously, I've not got eye tracking, so I don't think the frame rated renderings works on this headset. But I'm new to this, man, and anybody rocking a Beyond into DCS and Microsoft Flight Sim, then just holler, man. Like, tell me what you're running, because I'm really interested to get it all dialed in and get it set up properly. So I hope that's not too loud. It seems really loud. Hold on 1 second. It seems loud to me. Okay, let's turn all this down. I noticed when I was running it the other day, you couldn't hear my mic once the kind of ambience all kicked in, so hopefully that'll be okay. Like I said, I don't know the aircraft, like, don't be judging on my flight performance, because I'm out of it. But yeah, man, like, this seating position is perfect. I can see the hood, I've got everything in front of me. Like, when I look at it, I've got the top of the canopy there. I can read the dials. Well, I can't, I have to look down, obviously, but my peripheral vision shows me the bottom of the MFDs and the top of the thing, which is apparently where we want to be. And I've got the frames thing popping up. I don't know if you can see that, but so yeah, man, that's just made a massive impact. So the seating position in the right place, tinkering around with DCS and the settings that I'm still learning. Look at that lovely little sailboat down there. That's where you want to be. What I was going to say, oh yeah, and in the other video as well, I was running at 90 hertz. So, and you saw my reaction in the first one. I was just blown away with that. But I've now just throttle working. I can't hear the engine. So I was running it at 90 hertz, and it looked great. I've not put it back on 90 hertz because I can't. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Like, why take, for the sake of 15 extra frames in flight sims, and for a degradation of fidelity and visual quality, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to put it on 90. So I'm running at 75. I'm running it native, which is what, 2516, something like that. Oh wow, I'm noticing the aliasing on the bridge there. Or is that just the road markings? And I've got a shutter now as well. I don't know if you're seeing that. Oh, it's gone now. Maybe it was just, yeah, there's a bit of that was the other thing on turbo mode in the OpenXR. Like when I put the turbo mode on, that's what everyone was kind of recommending. Man, I was getting this horrific shudder, getting the frame boost, but awful shudder. So I just can't use it. And when I messed around with all the settings in Steam VR, turning smoothing off, and kind of got the turbo thing working, I wasn't getting the benefit of the boost. So yeah, I don't know what's really going on there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like, yeah, this doesn't seem to be running as nice as it was yesterday when I was messing with it. I don't know if it's coming across on the screen. Yeah, man, but that's I guess, I think from what I've seen from other videos as well, you know, it's in search of the Holy Grail now on the settings of DCS. The great thing is you know, I'm incredibly fortunate to have a decent rig, a high-end rig to run this, which is also capable of pushing, you know, the beyond as well. So there's headroom there. It's just a matter now of just dialing everything in, and it just seems that yeah, that's quite a common occurrence when it comes to this game in particular. I've not really touched Microsoft. I had a quick go the other day on it, but it was at night time, which was amazing because you can't see anything. But I also couldn't see how to turn the lights on in the cockpit and everything. But I mean, it looked amazing when you looked out the window. It was stunning. But I've not been really doing much Microsoft Flight Sim, so that's probably my next video. This was just a little quick update, a week in, moving the seat position because I'd set the Beyond up wrong, if anyone else has got that trouble. Trying to dial in the settings now. I'm not even convinced OpenXR's running properly, because through the Steam and the developer and the OpenXR tab, it's saying Steam VR, the runtime, but I don't know, man. I've got it all to sort out, but it's awesome. I'm really happy with it. It's only going to get better. I'll do I'm not going to do a review of the unit, at least not for a month anyway, of like really using it, because for one, I don't really have anything to compare it to. I can only compare it to like my flat screen, which just seems a bit silly. So but I can do maybe a month down the line, living with it, my thoughts after a month and things like that. So I'll do that. I'll do a proper video, I think, of Microsoft with it, Flight Sim, spend a bit of time in that, and yeah, and we'll hopefully make a few more. And like I said, I'm now in that stage. Once I've kind of dialed in these settings, it's really about learning the aircraft, like learning how to cold start it. Like I've done your generic landings in this, but I haven't got a clue how to work the nozzles on the Harrier, and which is what you get the Harrier for, I guess. I've not done anything like that yet, so I've got it all to learn, which is just going to take time. Air combat I've got to learn. Yeah, this is not running as smoothly as it was the other day, and I don't know why. I don't know if that's coming across. It's saying 68 frames. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? No, I don't think the OpenXR thing is coming up. The overlay on the OpenXR gives me my frame rate. Also, if there's better software I should be using to give me my frames and performance in real time, like, shout out, let me know what I should be using. Look at the shadows around the I don't know what's going on today. Like I've literally, that's all I've been doing in this, is just tinkering with the settings for this last few days, for this last first week of me having it. And then today, maybe it's because I'm recording. Oh, I haven't been recording in the week. Maybe I'm taking a big hit on recording. Because I'm recording in 1440, which I guess is a bit silly because it's not like it's necessary. So I definitely need to do something with that to reduce file size. And that's the only thing that's changed from in the week. 'Cause this was crisp and smooth, and now things are popping in and out. And so the only thing that's changed is that I'm running OBS. Anyway, man. Live and we learn. Looks so good, man. It looks so good. I'm gonna try to keep going to grab a flight stick. Alright, anyway. I'll probably do another video tomorrow, a reactions with Microsoft Flight Sim, and spend a bit of time in it. God, this just looks so good, man. It looks so good. But yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. So, latest potatoes.